All the boxing aficionados would know by now that YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul and Mike Tyson were all set to fight in a professional boxing match. The match was scheduled to take place on July 20th, 2024 at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Unfortunately, this match is not happening anymore. Everyone was super excited for this nail-biter fight between the great Mike Tyson and the sensational Jake Paul. There have been many speculations as to why this fight was postponed. Due to some unforeseen health issues, more specifically Mike Tyson's ulcer flaring up, he was advised by his doctors that he must stop training for some time and rest. Even though both the fighters were training at their full capacity just before this injury, Tyson completely delved into his carnivorous diet.
Dude, you look like 20 years old. What the hell? What are you eating?
Raw meat.
Seriously, Mike, you're eating raw meat? Are you swallowing it, or remember you used to spit that stuff out?
I'm gonna have to eat it now because my...
And his unique training routine with electrical muscular stimulation, whereas Jake had been training at above 6,000 feet to beat Iron Mike.
Psych! You really thought I was partying? We out here, high altitude, Colorado Springs, with the Olympians Team USA Boxing. Let's get it! Let's go!
I want to thank my fans around the world for their support and understanding during this time. Unfortunately, due to my ulcer flare-up, I have been advised by my doctor to lighten my training for a few weeks to rest and recover. Even in his sickly condition, Tyson didn't stand back. He added, "My body is in better overall shape than it has been since the 1990s, and I will be back to my full training schedule soon." Jake Paul, this may have bought you some time, but in the end, you will still be knocked out and out of boxing for good. I appreciate everyone's patience and can't wait to deliver an unforgettable performance later this year. Jake also shared his views about the recent changes. He said, "I fully support postponing the event so Mike Tyson has no excuses come fight night.
You just need a little bit of time, so I'm ready whenever you are. This is too big of an opportunity. I think this fight's going to change the world, and I turn all my L's into W's. That's..."
The former YouTube star didn't hold back either. He said, "My fans know I don't want to face Iron Mike at anything but his best, but let there be no mistake. When he steps into the ring with me, I will be ready to claim my W with a sensational finish. Paul versus Tyson will be one for the ages, and I promise to bring my best for this once-in-a-lifetime matchup." Mike Tyson's last official fight was back in 2005 against Kevin McBride. That match went for 6 rounds, and McBride won by TKO, but Tyson had an exhibition match more recently in May 2021 against Evander Holyfield, which ended in a draw after 8 rounds. Iron Mike has already called for his rescheduled battle against Paul to take place between October and December, but UFC great Demetrius Johnson has stated why he wants the event to be canceled permanently. Mike Tyson is 58 years old. "I'm not sure what his health history is," Johnson remarked on the MMA Hour. "I think the biggest thing is you have someone who is 58 years old trying to push his body to the absolute limit. Moving, and I don't know if he's sparring or anything like that. I love Jake Paul, and I want to see Jake Paul fight, but there are so many fucking boxers out there that he can fight and pad his record with."
Absolute limit, moving, and I don't know if he's sparring or anything like that. And I love Jake Paul. I just think I would like to see Jake Paul fight. There's so many fucking boxers out there that he can...
I understand Mike Tyson is a big name, and that's why they want to do it, but I don't think they should revisit it. Some guys are younger than Mike Tyson, but older than him that he can beat who have a big name, Johnson added. In the middle of all this rut, we start hearing of some sibling drama. This surgery intrigued people more. So what's going on? Logan Paul, Jake's brother, decided to step in and call all of those childhood fights even once and for all. If you don't know who Logan is, well, Logan Paul's quite the character. He's known for his crazy antics, YouTube videos, and even stepping into the boxing ring. Logan has a huge online following and is always up to something adventurous and entertaining. You never know what he's going to do next, but one thing's for sure, he knows how to keep his fans on their toes. And that's exactly what he did this time around, offering to replace Mike Tyson. Now, those are some big shoes to fill. Logan Paul has made a name for himself in the boxing world with his fights against fellow YouTuber KSI. Their first fight in 2018 ended in a draw, and the rematch in 2019 was a professional bout that KSI won by split decision. Logan has demonstrated remarkable tenacity and skill in these fights, and it's been fascinating to watch his development as a boxer. His athleticism and strength define Logan Paul's fighting style. In the ring, he is aggressive and uses his physical strength. Logan has worked hard to develop his technique and strategy with each fight, demonstrating that he is serious about his boxing career. And on the other hand, when it comes to Jake, he brings a different dynamic. Paul has shown surprising skill and determination. He uses his height and reach to his advantage, often maintaining distance and throwing strategic punches to wear down his opponents. If this fight ends up happening, it may bring more intrigue and anticipation among people than the former planned fight. Logan Paul wrote to his sibling on Twitter "So Mike Tyson's out, I'll step in and we can settle this once and for all." Paul then responded, "Mum doesn't want me to KO you, but fuck why not? Loser has to change their last name. Sure, Paul's Paul." The two have not always agreed and have had public feuds throughout their careers, particularly over his brother's unexpected alliance with bitter competitor KSI. However, in terms of family, the influencers have always hinted at a massive battle, which would be unique and likely to attract a lot of interest. Following this, another king of the boxing world offered to replace Mike Tyson. If you didn't get it from King already, we're talking about Amir Khan. That's right. Although Amir is right now knee-deep in negotiations with his fight with KSI, he has kept his eyes peeled for the impending fight between Tyson and Paul as well. He said, "If the weights are right, I would step in for Mike Tyson. I don't mind giving away 20 pounds. It just depends on the weight, because I know Jake has put on a lot of weight to fight Mike. Jake's not normally that big, but he's put on a lot of mass, so it depends on him whether he's willing to lose that weight, and we find some middle ground somewhere." Let's see, but I've had no calls about that, so I assume they're still hoping to fight Mike. He's not going to want to take a beating before that. But it's KSI who has been speaking the big game, and once he's taken a beating, and if I'm going to do that, I may as well bang both of them out. I'd take on KSI first and then knock Jake Paul out after that. Let's see how he looks against Mike Tyson. If he gets knocked out badly, I wouldn't entertain it, but if he looks really good, then it would be worth entertaining. Khan had a successful career, rising through weight classes from lightweight to middleweight in 40 professional fights, and finishing with a 34-6 record. His prime came at super lightweight, where he won the WBA and IBF world titles. On the other side, Paul has stayed in higher weight classes, never dropping below 185 pounds, and even bulking up to 230 pounds for his heavyweight fight with Tyson. Looks like Amir is bringing his A-game to the ring as always, but the real question is, if this fight happens, who will win? For further notice, Jake has to wait for Mike Tyson's impending recovery. That's all for today, folks. Do you think the ultimate fight between Tyson and Paul will happen or not? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video.